I don't have a watch on me, and I'm not seeing the clock on Wendy's iPhone here. So I just want to take a look at this bamboo that's shooting. And really nice canes coming up here, man. It is a species of timber bamboo. I just don't know which one it is. I planted it about 20 years ago, early 2000s, probably 2001. And it's maybe 2002. It's thriving. So you got to keep it watered. It's actually running along this garden. It's popping up beside these Trachycarpus palms in here. So anyway, another thing I was going to talk about is thermometers. And like I said, if you put them in the sun, you're going to get a false reading, okay? So look at this one. It's not low battery. Okay, hang on, I got to watch that. It's not that temperature right now. Like I see, it's around 24, 25 degrees Celsius here on Salt Spring Island. So let's look at this side of the bamboo, and hopefully the connection will stay put and not peter out. And we do have B&B guests in one of our accommodations, and if they use the internet, sometimes it just messes it up. So I've been, you know, something else that happened too. Our male kiwi died after about 30 old. It's just kind of petered out, and I noticed all the leaves starting to kind of just dry up that were coming out, shooting out leaves everywhere. But the female one is totally fine. There's the female kiwi, and the male kiwi, I don't know if you can see it. It is actually shooting, it's like a jungle in there. It's actually shooting up off the base of the trunk. They're huge, huge kiwi trunks. So those are kiwi vines. But if we don't have a male that's not going to bloom, then we ain't going to get any fruit, which is a real bummer. So now we're going to have to wait several years again for it to get big enough and flower the male, and then it'll pollinate the female flowers. So, but we're constantly cutting it back because kiwi vines grow like a weed here. Looks like this guy is going to be finished blooming soon. The Abutulon vitifolium, and it's got some flowers still on it. Beautiful, beautiful flowering maple from South America. And I did find out what the orange flower was over there. It's also from South America. So we do have a lot of Southern Hemisphere plants in our garden here. And the Fatsia japonica are from Japan. And we have fuchsias in here. Melangelica, I believe that's what it is. Hopefully I got that right. This one here took a kicking, but look at how much it's grown. It's come back from the base of the trunk. Late December, like I say, was a bad freeze here. And it kicked the crap out of the most tender species of plants. But I would say probably 99% of the plants we grow here are fine. They're fine through it all. And they look pretty darn good. Like you would never know we actually even had a freeze here. And I've emphasized that before. So everything's looking pretty darn green. I wish I could get back here. Hey, there's a waggy in here too. There's a waggy in there. That's a waggy. Little baby waggy in there. Oh, something else. So I'm looking at this palm tree today, the one that I moved here in 2015. And remember I marked the center spears on, and I thought, it's growing. And I started moving around the center spears, and they felt kind of flimsy. Pulled them out, but they didn't pull out all the way. They kind of broke off part way. So when I push my finger in there, I do kind of feel something. So hopefully it'll come back. If it does die, if this palm does die, no great loss to me. Like I say, it's been here coming up 7 years, and I actually do use it to support that flowering maple. I got it tied to the petioles here and here, right? But we'll see what happens. I did put some hydrogen peroxide down there, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see if it pushes out some more growth. That's Trachycarpus fortunei. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to give you a quick little rundown what's going on here today. We had a rain. Was it yesterday or the day before? We had a really good rain. It wasn't yesterday. The day before, it rained all day. I don't know how much it rained because unfortunately the patio umbrella was over top of the rain gauge, and that really sucks. So it messed up my rain gauge. It was dry, but we know we had probably over an inch of rain at least. That's how much it rained here. So, but right now things are looking pretty darn awesome, pretty darn green. And like I say, when you walk through Wendy's garden and my garden in the winter time, it looks just the same as this, nice and green. That one took a beating last week when we had 31 degrees or so temperatures. It fried the leaves on that. That one took a real good kick in last year's, but look at that. They burn up pretty good, those fatsies, but yet this one These ones up here, oh, there's maybe a couple of burnt leaves. Yeah, there's some burnt leaves on these trees. These are big Fatsia trees. These ones here, Fatsia japonica, and that one's absolutely massive. I planted those as little seedlings many moons ago, back in the early 1990s. There's something here. Hey, Kahoo, what you doing? Hopefully I'm going to get a connect. It's going to make me sneeze. Right there, the little Fatsia there. That's how we plant them. You plant them small, and then I do grow some from seed too. Olive trees looking pretty spectacular. Cordyceps I cut back, and yeah, the cordyceps froze, and you can see them up here. They're shooting up around the cordyceps. I cut back some big ones today. And here, and it's funny, the Trachycarpus palms are totally fine, but yet the cordyceps freeze. Still, they don't like, but all of the other hand, our thing are loaded with flower buds. I don't know if you can see those. Very good. There, that gigantea, which used to be called, formerly known as yucca elephant hippies, survived the December 2008 freeze. Not a problem. I did throw back then I had a tiki hut over top of it, but non-heated. This time I threw a big plastic bag over top of it, and I put a crude support so the snow wouldn't squish it. And did very well. I'm surprised. I thought for sure this one would kill it, but nope, didn't kill it. 15 years plus in the ground now. And we do have other ones too on the other side of the fence. Those ones actually took more of beating in that non-heated tiki hut, right? So here's one of our maybe there. Then there's that's bay tree there. They're everywhere on the property. There's it's grown. I'm gonna have to cut it more. They get out of hand. Eucalyptus trees are just, I'm kind of done with eucalyptus trees. I don't want any big ones around. We got to keep them cut. Heartfern, skimmia, epimediums, lots of cool things in here. This is a shade garden, and in the shade garden there are palm trees growing in the shade garden. They're like in full shade, and even in here too, they're getting some dappled light. That's just from scattering seed around in there, right? Got to keep things watered now, just because it is the dry season. I hope we get more rain. I really do. It's really good for the garden. There was some cordyceps in here too that froze. And are they coming back? Look at the trackies. Trackies totally fine. And where are those cordyceps? There was cordyceps in here. I don't know if Wendy maybe removed them. Oh, I gotta fix that watering thing. There's a watering thing right there. Just want to see something here. There was cordyceps. Where are those cordyceps? They should be coming up from, oh, they might have been removed. Interesting. Anyway, palm trees are okay. Seedlings. So funny how tough these palm trees are, right? Trachycarpus palms are so tough. It just blows me away. Look at these things. They're just flawless. They go through the worst winters. These were all planted as little babies many moons ago, and they just keep getting bigger and bigger. Gotta love it, man. Have to love windmill palm trees. So if it's the only palm we can ever grow here, I'm happy with it, because they do grow big. They will grow 40 feet tall. And when you cluster them together, they look downright tropical, don't they? They really do. They give you a really nice tropical feel under this huge native arbutus tree. Isn't that awesome? Look at this thing, Pacific Madrona. And then there's another one there, wraps up through the trees. Big one, way up there. Another one there. Big one, 100-footers, right there. Huge ones, towering. That's one of our those are sitting above arbutus blossom on the other end, other side of our property. Aren't those massive? Those are huge Pacific Madrona, native Pacific Madrona. And I'm going to do a lot of white firewood splitting. That one cut down, that one cut down. So firewood, right? And well, that's how things are looking here today. In early July, we like to say Canada's Hawaiian Island. And you know why we call it Canada's Hawaiian Island? Because we do have Hawaiians here. Not only do we grow palm trees, we actually do have bona fide descendants of the original settlers here, which were Hawaiians. All right, guys. Some of the settlers here were Hawaiian. We had Black Americans too. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more videos on Gulf Island Rock. If you like Exotica, food, travel, Gates. Cheers to you all, man.